Hello everybody, I hope you guys are all doing well. So today I'm going to do another requested reading. The request is, will you do a reading on Hitler for 2024? So I assume that Xi Jinping. Hitler. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So recently the Hitler conducted a Stalin-like purge in China, in the political system. I mean, he's always done purges since 2012 when he rose to power, but he only went after the political factions that were hostile to him, and this time he went after his loyalists. Like there's these two foreign defense ministers that just disappeared in an unexplained way. And they were his loyalists. He picked them himself. He elevated them just like a few months ago. Also, like the generals in charge of the nuclear weapons and the few senior officials that were in the financial sector. So a few of them died in custody. And also there's this the prime minister that recently retired. He died of a heart attack in a swimming pool in October. And in China, dying of a heart attack in a swimming pool is the equivalent in Russia of falling off the window. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This guy is getting paranoid. So let's see what's going on. What is to be expected for Xi Jinping in 2024? Okay, so this is Hitler. All right, let's see. Okay, this is his cards. Let's see the outside influences. Okay, so he's very, with this energy of Knight of Wands, it seems like aggressive. He's like aggressively pushing something. He's desperate to maintain control, but like I'm seeing this, the economic system, putting a lot of effort into that. With the world, I see the other countries, so he's also concentrating his effort in making some type of deals with leaders from other countries. He desperately needs this to be under control. With the Hermit, I can see in this like his paranoia and like searching, trying to find out, trying to figure out things. Also there's this secrecy. It could be also isolation at some level, when he can feel isolated or isolating himself, because now going after his loyalists, he's yeah, he can be isolating himself. On the external influences here, I see the Queen of Wands as some leader from other countries, especially females. But I see worry and concern here when dealing with him. They could put on hold certain projects, certain contracts, or whatever plans they have in mind. The Ten of Pentacles, it's also the economic system for these outside forces that is important to maintain, and maybe that's why they do certain compromises with China. Kind of like what they did with Putin. All these Western European leaders, they made the pact with the devil so that they're nice and cozy, sacrificing Eastern Europe and not listening to Eastern European countries, and also not listening to United States, because United States warned Western Europe about the deals they made with Russia, and now look at the situation, and they're doing the same mistake now with Hitler here, with China. They're having agreements and contracts with China, and depending on this, like, tyrants. Yeah, so for Xi Jinping or for Hitler, I see him more aggressive. Could be even more paranoid here. Desperate to hold control here, to maintain the system. And focusing on partnerships with other countries, with the world here. Yeah, so this is what I can see for him in 2024. Not much of a change. He still holds on. Let's do an oracle card for him. And let's take the demon. The demon oracle cards. Okay, so here we go. We had the demon tarot for Bannon, Trump, and Putin. Now is Hitler time. So let's see a card for Xi Jinping for 2024. Piccolus. Piccolus, also Peckles, is a Prussian spirit of the underworld. According to some legend, he is a ruler of the land of the dead, but in other tales he plays a more sinister role when he appears at a deathbed. Alright, so the annotation says, Piccolus, otherwise known as Peckles, is an old Prussian demon of the underworld, comparable to the mythology of Hades. According to one legend, Piccolus would appear at the deathbed of an important or high-ranking people. If those attending the dying man or woman did not offer Piccolus their worship by consecrating the dying and burning candles in Piccolus' honor, he would appear a second time as a warning. If no ritual were carried out before the third time Piccolus appeared, he could only be driven away by a human sacrifice. Piccolus appeared as a psychopomp in some folklore, but he could also remain long after the death of an individual and incite feuds and violence in the remaining family. He was capable of stirring up enmity in surrounding families, and some long-standing arguments were said to have been originally created not by individuals' wrong, but simply by Piccolus setting families against each other as punishment for slighting him. Many families have some extended branch that everyone knows is trouble. Oh, we've never gotten on with those cousins, although no one can quite remember just why those family members aren't welcome at gatherings. Perhaps some slight occurred generations back in those cases, but Piccolus could and would set people against each other in a similar way if he was not appeased in the hours of the head of the family's death. So for divination here it says, Beware of long-standing or family feuds, of allowing old resentments to linger past the time when anyone remembers what started the dispute. Yeah, so this is resembling Xi Jinping a little bit. Like here where it says that if they did not offer pickles their worship, he would warn them, and then he could only be driven away by human sacrifice. So I'm seeing this as like the purging that he's doing within the Chinese political system. It says here about the feuds and old resentments that linger. So probably what he's doing is may have this effect of resentment for the future. You know, with that he had the hermit card, kind of like isolating himself. So I think that he's creating more trouble for himself, which is good. Yeah, so I don't know, this is how I can see this card in relation with Schindler. Okay, so this was the reading for Schindler. Now I'm gonna go sage and wash with holy water to cleanse these energies away. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys soon. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye.